Hello, my gorgeous angels. How are you guys doing? So, before we dive into this week's readings, I do just want to say Merry Christmas because by the time I'm posting this, it is around that time, and happy holidays to everyone. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun around this time because Christmas can be quite magical for some. But I also know, as someone who's been through struggle and grief in my life, I know that this time of year can also be a little bit heavy for others. So, if that is you, I'm sending you a big, big, big hug right now. I'm thinking about you around this time. All right, my angels. When you're watching this, I'll be in England. Actually, I'm recording these beforehand so that I can spend some time with my family and give them my full attention. So that's where I'll be drinking a lot of wine and eating a lot of food, and I hope you guys will be too. But anyways, I will dive into this week's readings. I hope something good is coming up for everybody. But let's have a look and see. Hello, Taurus. How are you guys doing? Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's dive straight in. Let's see what's going on for you guys. All right. For the week ahead, please, Spirit, let's get 2 cards out for Taurus for this week. So this week is important. Why? Because it's the last few days of 2024 and we are entering 2025 for the week that we're reading for. So let's see what's going to be the energy of the beginning of this year. Okay, we have hope. I like that. That feels nice. Wait, what? There's 2 hopes in this card? That's pretty interesting. I've only ever seen this one. Which is a few people had this last week. This says hope is a beam of light in the darkness, and I like that. And then you have hope again with this one. Hope is a light in the darkness, never extinguish it. The fact that it says never extinguish it, I wonder if that's about needing to remove pessimism, and then that beam of light is important because I always see with this card, like an actual beam of light is actually like a cord to the universe. Like that's how I see it. Anyway, keep connected and don't cut that cord with the universe. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your connection to the world around you. Keep hope. So you have hope twice. Let's dive into the rest of your cards there and see what else comes through. So you're entering this 2025 with hope. Interesting. With double the amount of hope, which is interesting. Right. Taurus, let's get 2 cards out, please, Spirit. Okay. A need to cut a cycle out, right? We're not going to start this new year the same way we started the last one and the one before that. Okay, we're not going in with old cycles, right? Round and round really does say it's time to change something. It's time to break free of something here. So it will be different for everyone. It is a general reading, so I'm not gonna dabble too much into it. Like for you, it could be financial cycles, it could be love cycles with certain people. The same lesson is coming up here, or friendships or mindset, whatever it is. There's a cycle. It's going to keep you going round and round. If you keep going into the cycle, no matter how much you try to change it and it ends up being the same anyway, it's time to cut yourself free from that, right? In order to make a change, we have to do something we've never ever done before. Okay, that's important because we're entering 2025, right? A change in the wind is coming for you guys, which I think is good, right? It's kind of on brand with the energies that we're reading for anyway. So there are 2 ways that I read this card. One anyway for both of them is that there's this big wind coming through for you. So either it means that you're going to have to release something that you've been holding on to for a long time. Okay, whatever this baggage is, whatever this thing is that's on your back, it's time to let it go because it's not going to be able to fit in this new chapter of your life. Okay, or it means that it's time to change direction. Okay, whether it means that the zebra just has to go somewhere else, right? Because there's a lot of resistance and something's just not working out in the way that you want it to. Okay, not to give up per se, but again, if it's a cycle, it might be the thing for you guys. Okay, it's just time to make a change, or maybe it's happening kind of against your control, and this is something that maybe you guys feel that you resonate with. So however it is for you guys, a change in the wind is coming anyway, and Spirit's really kind of confirming here it's time to break a cycle. Otherwise we end up going round and round and round and round and round. Right, Magician in the Mirror. I will take this. I don't usually do that. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, my camera does this every 30 minutes. So Magician in the Mirror is an interesting one because the Magician is all about manifesting, right? Having the tools already within you to create the life that you want to live for yourself. Okay, it may not seem like you've got much, but you have the magic and the power to use what you have to your advantage. Okay, and I'm hearing multiplying. You're able to multiply something. Okay, but with the mirror as well, it could also be about reflection. And something that's really important about this too is like kind of making sure that I don't know, magician and the mirror could be like smoke and mirrors as well. Like that's almost what I'm seeing. So just pay attention. Somebody could be a bit or something, I don't know what it is for you, is coming up right underneath, round and round. So this cycle could be about kind of believing in smoke and mirrors, which is all about acts, shows. Magicians can be, you know, manipulative. They manipulate the truth, or they manipulate a crowd. I don't know, like that's what they do. Like they have tricks up their sleeve. So some of you might need to be aware of people who are like that, okay? But of course, magician in the mirrors, we're using the world as a reflection. What is it teaching you, and what can you use that with? Because it does feel like some of you are connecting with the fact that maybe there is something, a message in your experiences that might help you understand what needs to change. Okay, that's why the mirror is there. You also have the thinking woman coming through, which is quite nice. This can be a person in your life who's going to come in and give you a lot of advice. This is somebody who, you know, reads a lot, thinks a lot. They have a lot of good ideas. That can be important, but this can also be you. Regardless of gender, the thinking woman is all of those things. Because it's coming up right underneath a change in the wind, you guys could be thinking about changing something, no longer going down a certain direction where there is a lot of resistance or pain or struggle or round and round energy, right? And you're kind of going with something else or letting something go, whatever it is. Now, because you're in a thinking woman, you're coming up with new ideas, you're thinking about something, you're using your head. Let's see what else will be coming out for you guys this week, right? Let's get you some of these extra random messages. All right, let's see if they, what Spirit has to say here for Taurus this week. Ooh, one more. Rightio, let's see. So bull, okay, that's you, Taurus. This says, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. Okay, that's a message for you guys. The one that came out is the skull, and it says hidden secrets can harm you. Be aware of words during some of the readings here, because it doesn't mean it can harm you. It's just like, you know, some people could be planning behind your back, or it could mean that there is some hidden information that you don't know yet, and it's important for your path moving forward. And again, with that smoke and mirror person thing, there could be something there about that too. So just be aware of people who could be hiding some information. Okay, let's see what else you have here. Staff says you'll be taken care of during difficult times. That's always important to remember when going through these kind of things. Key says successful outcome to your problems. I'll show you that one there, which is beautiful. Hearing opening new doors. You're being given a key to open new doors, which is quite important. Great good fortune. Okay, that's awesome as well. And honor and respect will come to you. All right, with that crown. So I wonder if you've been feeling like you've been a bit in the, I'm hearing the rat race, stuck in a rat race, stuck on a wheel. And this is a time where that's changing, because you're no longer moving towards resistance where, you know, you're either being constantly denied or just someone's making excuses all the time, or whatever it is to you. Like, it's like, ugh, I'm not moving anywhere. It's almost like, okay, maybe that's a sign that it's time to change direction and go towards something else, or whether it's to release something, I wonder. Let's see. But you have really good cards though, which is awesome. Amongst that, again, with that bull, you are the bull here, Taurus. So again, don't back down. Don't back down, right? Don't give up. Have hope. Absolutely, right. And don't allow a situation to extinguish your hope either, or your light. Right, let's see overall energy for this week for Taurus then. The Knight of Pentacles, I love that. This is always my card for progress. So whenever it comes up in the energy of this week, you could be learning something new. You could actually be also hearing about an opportunity, because knights can also be messengers. So, and it's a pentacle. So this is directly to do with your stability, with your career, with your finances, okay, or assets or anything like that. So this is really nice. If it's not news that you're going to be hearing about in a messenger or an opportunity, the overall energy of this week is about taking solid steps moving forward, okay, most likely in the right direction. So let's clarify this for you guys and see how it is. Okay, why is the Knight of Pentacles in the position of this energy this week? Okay, Nine of Pentacles, beautiful energy if you're deciding to start your own thing. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this can also be a messenger too. So you could be hearing about an opportunity and you're taking steps in that direction, which is awesome. The Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Some of you could be starting your own business, or taking the first steps towards financial freedom or your own independence in some way. I do feel like you're heading in the right direction. I don't know what that direction is. So whatever changes you're making or about to make or thinking of making or getting opportunities for making, they really want you to go in that direction. I like this. Very solid, very stable. Only pentacles coming up for you guys, Taurus. So financially, things are going to start moving forward if they've not already. You could, again, get some sort of news about your financial situation too, or achieving something here. So Page of Pentacles, first step is always the hardest. So Page being a newbie at something, making errors, making mistakes. Page of Pentacles is kind of the apprentice in the deck. So if you think about an apprentice, they're having to kind of learn on job, right? And even if that's in life, you're kind of having to learn as you go. So of course you're going to make mistakes, but that's how you learn. It's valuable lessons that you're learning here. So I really wonder if you're working on your independence, you're working on yourself this week, which I love. Anything that you're doing that's a change of direction, I love it, okay? Because it is going to really move you towards a lot of financial and just career success, or just stable success for you guys, okay? Whatever it is, it's good. Right, let's look at what your energy is this week. What's the energy of Taurus? What's the energy they're putting out there into the universe this week? The Seven of Cups. So this can mean that there's a lot of options going on around you, especially because of the thinking woman being here. You guys are really probably having a lot of options of thinking about where you want to go, what you want to do. The only thing I would say about this is it's lacking a conclusion with the Seven of Cups. It's purely just in your head. There's a lot of things, not being sure what to take, what to choose. So a really good thing to do this week would be to get clear on your dreams and goals. And if you have loads of them, that's fine, but be clear on which one you want to start doing now, because sometimes we can have such overwhelming goals and a lot of things to do that it drains us so much to think about taking action towards it. So if that's preventing you from moving forward, it's a really good time to just pick one and go with that one. Okay. And when you have more energy and you have more clarity, you can start making more decisions, but don't be afraid to start small. Okay. I think we underestimate that in New Year's, right? Starting small, we feel like we have to change our life overnight. And then guess what? We end up round and round in a cycle. Okay, so just something there for you. You could be feeling a bit confused at this time, but because you're thinking woman there, I just think that you're thinking a lot. I mean, Seven of Cups is also an emotional card because it's cups, right? So maybe you're in your feelings a little bit. Let's see, why is the Seven of Cups in the energy of Taurus this week? Okay, you're just thinking a lot, guys. Two of Pentacles coming through is like you are multitasking. There's a lot of things that you guys are thinking of right now. Ace of Wands, bringing in passion, using maybe some motivation that you guys are having at this time. That spark of light coming up for you guys, that you're really trying to bring things into balance. You're trying to work on multiple things. Same thing, make sure you're grounding yourself. But Two of Pentacles is a really good energy for, again, you're working on something. You're trying to figure something out in what seems to be a really good way. It seems to be about your future, right? Your next steps. Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? So I quite like that energy. What about the blockage for this week, or a challenge for this week? Six of Wands. Feeling successful could be a challenge, or having some kind of success could be a bit of a challenge, which it's a good card. I always say whenever a good card, because it's a card of victory, success, achievement, coming out the wall successfully, because that is the energy of your challenge is just to get there, right? Is to overcome a battle, which is interesting because you have to go from the Five of Wands to the Six. You have to go through the battle in order to come out successfully, right? The Five of Wands is also that round and round energy. It's kind of like a conflict. It's kind of like a cycle. So your challenge is to overcome that and claim victory over the cycles that you've had in your life. Whatever they are, I don't know, to be honest. So let's see. Let's clarify that for you. Why is the Six of Wands in a challenge position, please, Spirit? What is this? The Four of Cups. Interesting. Now, Four of Cups, I do get a little bit of closed-mindedness, okay? There's a few things I say when this card comes in. Whether it be you or something else around you, I will there's a few messages that come with this. Either it can be rejection, and you're overcoming rejection or feeling rejected in some way. And instead of being emotional about it and closing yourself off and like, I'm never going to do that ever again, you know, like if you try to step outside your comfort zone, for example, or make the first move in some way and you get met with a closed door in your face, that can really hurt, and that could definitely make us a bit peed off and cut ourselves off and say, and close ourselves off and say, I'm not accepting anything else. I'll just deal with what I have. We don't want to do that. We don't want to get stuck in that cycle. And the Four of Cups feels like a cycle. So even if it's just feeling quite bored and jaded in life, or having these dreams and goals, but just only thinking about it, never really grounding it, because this is Piscean energy. And Piscean energy is all about kind of going away with the fairies a little bit, kind of imagining big things, which you have coming through here. But it's really good time to push for success, right? Don't go back in that cycle. Don't go into that cycle of conflict, whatever it is. Move beyond that. Don't settle. Okay, that's really important here with that energy. Let's see what is going on in your external surroundings, Taurus. What's going on around you this week? What was that? Okay, there we go. The Hermit. Okay, I mean, because it's in your external surroundings, it could be a teacher, mentor, someone who's wise in your life that you could talk to, because you have the thinking woman here as well. Kind of makes sense with the Hermit. It could be a Virgo. Doesn't have to be, though. This is just somebody who has a lot of ideas, a lot of knowledge, actually, because this person seems to do a lot of research. Now, if it's not someone around you that you're seeking advice, wisdom from, in your external surroundings, someone who's there to teach you or guide you in some way, whoever they are, it can also be yourself. Maybe there's not much going on in your external at this time because you're doing a lot of reflection like the Hermit does. You're really looking at things from a higher perspective, which is good because I feel like that helps with clarity. It helps with overcoming certain feelings. It is going to help with the direction, though. Because you have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck too, I have to show you that because it's about curiosity and diving deeper. And it's interesting because the Hermit is looking higher and you're looking high and low. So a lot of research, a lot of information, a lot of curiosity and reflection and knowledge, information in your external surroundings, which is interesting. So whether it's you closing yourself off from your external environment and doing that, or whether it's somebody here around you who has a lot of that already and is guiding you in some way, let's clarify. It's important, though, whatever it is. And by the way, they're really guiding me here and bringing me back to this hope. Usually in a normal Rider-Waite deck, the Hermit has a star in his lantern, and the star represents hope. It represents a dream or a purpose or a goal, but it does represent hope too. And even in the darkness, he's using that hope to guide him. So I wonder if this is just referencing that, to keep hope in your external surroundings, to use that hope to guide you in some way moving forward. All right, so let's see. A dream and a goal could also be the hope here that you're working towards too. But let's see, why is the Hermit in the external surroundings for Taurus this week? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups could be a need to overcome your comfort zone and your emotional comfort zone, to accept vulnerability, maybe ask somebody for some help or advice, or to listen to them. It's a card of wearing your heart on your sleeve. So again, maybe expressing your feelings to somebody, or somebody could be expressing their feelings to you. Let's get one more for the Knight of Cups here. The Ten of Swords. Ooh, the Five of Pentacles too. Well then, if this is someone of the past, because I have to mention it because of the round around energy, where things ended badly, this person left you out in the cold in some way, or in a really, really difficult position, like maybe you were, really needing someone and they weren't there for you, they closed the door on you. Don't open yourself back up to this person. The Hermit says you've been here before, because the Hermit climbs the mountain, looks at how far he's come, looks at his past, and also looks into his path ahead and in his near future, right? And this is maybe some guidance for you in your external surroundings. So to do with relationships, to do with your financial situation, to do with all this kind of stuff. What can you learn from what you've been through? Maybe the Knight of Cups could also be you looking at this from an emotional perspective, from a vulnerable perspective as well. What did you learn here? How has this changed you? How can this change you? But if there is somebody coming through with the Knight of Cups, coming in, trying to sweep you off your feet, being romantic, whatever, and they hurt you before, they were not there for you before, and maybe multiple times, it's time to close that door, close that chapter, because there is some wisdom here that you've learned about this. Okay, Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, that's really much like a loss and an ending. Now, for some of you, there could be someone in spirit who maybe you have lost, who is also here for you with the Knight of Cups and pushing you to kind of push through that emotional barrier to go into new territory. I always say that with the Knight of Cups, because there's a river here and I always say he has to kind of go through it. There's no bridge, unfortunately. It's not easy. So he has to kind of go through the water to get to the other side. That's how I see it. It's just the way that I read it. It's fun. I go based on visuals, and when the vision changes, the message of the card will change. But for now, it's always the same. Right, let's have a little look and see what's going on in your inner world, Taurus. Wow, that came up quickly. The Magician. Interesting. Now, I like that because you do the Magician in the mirror here as well. So your inner world, the Magician, manifesting power, right? You have all the tools within you to create the life that you want to live. You just have to believe it, right? You have to be aware of your words, your thoughts, the things that you're thinking about. Are you limiting yourself based on your own inner world? Anyway, the magician is a beautiful energy. It's a number 1 in the tarot deck, so it is about new beginnings. So I like that energy coming from you. I'm just going to clarify that. Like I said before, using the world as a reflection in some way of what is it teaching me about myself? What do I need to learn from this? Does this mean that I need more boundaries with people? Does this mean that I need to believe in myself a bit more? Does this mean that I need a bit more confidence? Whatever it is, I don't know your situation, but the Magician really can really be about that. So let's see, why is the Magician in the inner world, please, of Taurus? Justice. Interesting. Balance. Okay, needing to create balance in your life. I wonder if you've not been in the best version of yourself, and that's where things are coming into balance again. Now, also with justice, you guys could be seeking justice. If the Magician is someone that you're thinking about, somebody who's manipulative or puts on a show, but really they're kind of lying, kind of person to say they're all these great things, and on the external they look great, magnificent, but on the inside they're a trickster, right? Whatever it is to you. Justice coming through in your inner world, you're really seeking justice here. The biggest form of justice, I know it's so cliche, but trust me, like it's the truth. The biggest form of justice really is to do with you moving forward and no longer allowing something to hold you back or keep you stuck in a cycle, especially if you're dealing with a magician, because that's something they would love, for you to still think about them, or for you to be stuck on them, or for you to want them in some way, or whatever it is. Okay, especially if someone rules by ego. Right. Anyway, with that being said, with that energy, just be aware of it. The Justice card again is saying, bring your life into balance. This is your inner world. Bring your inner world into balance. That's where justice will be. Okay, there could be justice being set out because this is not your external. I don't think that will resonate for most of you. Maybe that's a contract. Maybe there is like legal situations coming through here. But because it's your inner world, I really feel like Spirit's calling for you to admit some truth to yourself, okay, about this Magician energy, right? Mercury as well. So communicate to yourself the truth about who you are as a beautiful light being, and to bring balance into your world through this knowing and through what you can create. You're a creator, you're a manifester, you're a magician, you're magic. So it's almost like when you accept that truth, then you can create balance in some way. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's look at what's your advice for the week, Taurus. Six of Swords. Your advice is to move on. To move forward. You're moving towards stable waters here. So your advice is the fact that it's okay to leave certain things behind if they're conflicting, if they are no good for you and they're not safe for you. Okay. Six of Swords is all about moving towards calmer shores, calmer times. So keep moving that way. Okay. Don't get stuck in cycles here, basically. All right. Six of Swords. Okay, the King of Swords. So it could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, because the thinking woman and the swords can represent your mind, your thoughts, communication, that kind of stuff, information. The King of Swords feels like you're using logic and using clarity, being direct with your dreams, with your goals, with your truth, inner truth. That's going to be the thing that helps you move forward. Six of Swords is also an important card, because usually it's a boat and the swords are in the boat. So it's almost like, take the lessons that you've learned through this chaos that you've been through in your life, the round energy, the stuck in a cycle. You've learned a lot of lessons here. take those lessons, but nothing else, and move yourself forward, okay? Energetically, spiritually, whatever it is. But the King of Swords is about, you need to be direct and disciplined in order to do this. It's not easy. It's easier to get stuck up in a cycle, in a comfort zone, whatever. So it's not easy, but use your hope to guide you, because where it's going to take you is into something amazing, okay? My angels, so there we go. That's what I have for you. I wish you guys all the best. I love you guys. I send you my happy holidays and well wishes to you guys. But I'll see you guys in the next one.